I need this man's workout regimen. Just thought I'd throw that out there. The Northman. So The Northman is a Viking revenge epic from the mind of Robert Eggers. He's the mastermind behind movies like The Witch and The Lighthouse. And he's arguably one of the best directors we have working in Hollywood today. But this movie follows Prince Amleth. After the brutal death of his father by the hands of his uncle Fjolnir, he is forced into exile. Amleth swears vengeance on his uncle and over the years becomes a raging berserker, fueled by the fires of vengeance and rage for his uncle. He then returns home where he begins a campaign of sabotage and psychological warfare against Fjolnir. And the question quickly becomes, is his path of vengeance truly that justified? Or is there more to his father's death than meets the eye? This movie is basically The Lion King if The Lion King was metal as fuck. I will avenge you, father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you, Fjolnir. You will be repeating that on your way home. Mark my words. Guys, it's no secret to anyone who knows me or that follows me that The Northman was probably my most anticipated movie of 2022. So here's the ultimate question. Did The Northman live up to the hype? Yes! Yes! This movie is incredible. Movies like this just don't get made anymore. A lot of movies these days often have some kind of political or social message that directors and producers just feel like they need to shove down our throats. Not The Northman. This movie is a brutal, violent, historical epic that has no qualms about going against the modern day motion picture. I was just really surprised by how much I was drawn into this world and how invested I was in the world and these characters. Alexander Skarsgard kills it as Amleth. He's ferocious, he's unforgiving, and he is just a force to be reckoned with. I would not want to be on that man's shit list, cause oh my god. The way he dispatches people in this movie makes all the Mortal Kombat fatalities look like the most peaceful ways to die ever. But his journey and his quest for vengeance is what carries this movie. You're invested in him and you want to see his quest fulfilled. I will avenge you, father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you, Fjolnir. Speaking of Fjolnir, this guy is a dick. As dickish as he is, the question comes up in the movie, like, is he really the true villain of this story? Because they show he's a father, he's a loving husband to Amleth's mother, and he truly seems to care for his kin. So, is he really that evil or not? Questions like that make this movie intriguing as hell, but no, in all seriousness, he's still a dick. Nicole Kidman. Let me tell you something. Something happens to her towards the end of this movie that made my jaw hit the floor. She was awesome, and she really steps it up in this role. William Dafoe, Ethan Hawke, and Bjork are all awesome too. They all have limited screen time in this movie, but for the moments that they are on screen, they are epic. In fact, everyone in this movie is epic. The thing I love the most about The Northman is just how grounded it is in historical accuracy. The look and feel of this film just draws you in for the majority of the runtime. I felt like I was living in a dark fantasy epic set in Norse Viking times. Everything from the costumes to the props to the sets just made everything about this movie feel lively. And the score. Don't even get me started on how epic the score was. It gave it flavor and intrigue, and as a result, I was invested the whole time. I just became entranced by this story and the world that it takes place in. Like I said, this is a dark vengeance epic that left me shocked and awe. My jaw hit the floor several times throughout my screening just because of how unforgiving this movie is. It does not shy away from the graphic and violent content that it presents. In fact, there were multiple times throughout this movie where I was just like, ooh, ah, oh. Yeah, that shot in the trailer where Amleth just hacks a guy off a horse with a fucking war axe. Yeah, that man's head was gone. And the fight choreography in this film is not all stylized and graceful. No, the fight choreography is dirty and grounded. It feels like it has weight to it. people get stabbed, skewered, and beaten, and the whole time I feel like I'm actually watching people just die. And I mean die horribly and violently. This movie is all kinds of screwed up. Now, I'm sitting here praising the gore and the action, but this movie also just builds tension through build-up. Throughout the entirety of the film, we are anticipating that Amleth is going to confront Fjolnir at some point in the film, and it takes its sweet-ass time getting there. For the bulk of the film, he's lying in wait, sabotaging and planting seeds for his time to finally strike at his uncle. And those slow build-up, tenseful moments only make the eventual clash even more epic. I can't remember the last time I saw a movie where two Vikings fight to the death in the depths of a volcano while the drums of Valhalla clash to the beat of their swords and fire and brimstone is just raining down upon them like hellfire. At the gates of hell, you will find me. Can this movie get any more epic? I don't understand why people hate this movie. I really don't. Walking out, I heard a lot of people talking trash about this movie. They obviously walked out of a different viewing experience than I did. All I can say is, Robert Eggers, you are the man. I don't care what anyone says. Guys, The Northman is by far the most exciting and epic movie experience I've had in 2022 so far. I can't remember the last time I saw a movie where I was this hooked and invested in the characters, in the story, in the world that these characters live in. Truly a masterpiece forged in the fires of Valhalla, which is a little bit on the nose because The Northman is indeed a gift from the gods. Guys, I will not forget my experience watching The Northman in theater. It was amazing. I will even go as far as to say this is my favorite movie of 2022. I enjoyed it that much. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me on my review for The Northman. I'm telling you, while writing this script for this review, I could not wait to talk about this film. I will tell you guys right now, I will probably end up going back to the theater to see this film for a second time. I need a second viewing of this film. I will say my next review is going to be on The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and that is the last movie for April. The last one. And after that, of course, you guys will get my channel update video that I've been planning, and after that, my Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness review. I can't believe that's the first movie of May. Alright, enough chit chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, this is Nathan Triner. I'm saying peace, and I'll see you guys next time for more Fire Forged movie reviews. To Valhalla with you all!